Ayurveda has nothing which is good, bad, ugly. Oh, there's a whole science in Ayurveda which is preconception and conception. Okay, how do you recognize a person who is a Pitta dominant? They will have til. उनके moles होते ही होते हैं.
You know, I feel like we all grew up without understanding what Ayurveda really is. We all had Ayurveda in bits and pieces in the house.
Every food is good. The question is whether it is healthy for you. Have ghee every day. All our cells are, the outermost layer is lipid layer or fat layer as well.
Wow, I did not know this.
Everybody is rushing to stay alert.
Such a simple step.
It's just such a simple step.
What if I told you that that morning coffee that you're drinking on an empty stomach is actually doing you more harm than it is good? All the bloating, the anxiety we feel, the nervousness we feel these days, you know, we've kind of normalized it.
You know, I feel like we all grew up without understanding what Ayurveda really is. Because I think we all had Ayurveda in bits and pieces in the house, where if you're sick, then mom would tell you haldi doodh, right? Like for me, I remember COVID, that sauf, ajwain, jeera and coriander, that kada, the night kada had become a ritual, okay? But this has been passed down from like my nani to my mom, and of course now too it's quite popular. Everyone's having soft jeera water. But for me, I think Ayurveda has been so little because I think we all very used to that instant gratification, right? Where if it's a headache, then you just pop a dolo. So I think and especially for us, I think in India, because Ayurveda I think it is meant for our body, and I don't think we make like 100% use of it, right? And I think that is something that I need to know. Like, I really want to know if there is any way I can understand Ayurveda or decode it in a way that helps me or would help you all to basically use it in your everyday lives. There is someone I really love. She's really helped me out. We have Dr. Manisha. Thank you for being on the healing table. Nitika and I both are very excited to speak to you, and we really want to know what are we doing wrong, how can people benefit from Ayurveda, and just pass all your knowledge to us.
For sure. Thank you for having me. It is so much fun. Let's talk.
You know, doctor, what I find interesting is that Ayurveda is almost 5,000 years old, maybe more.
Yeah.
Okay. We take great pride when we talk about India, we talk about all these beautiful things that we have. Nobody knows anything about Ayurveda. We have very limited knowledge. We like to gloat in the fact that the origins are in India, but we have no knowledge. The West, on the other side, is actually studying it, really getting deep into it. And somehow we will follow the West, but we will not go back to our roots. When it comes to Ayurveda, our basic dummy information that we have is, if we go to an Ayurvedic doctor, they'll either give us medicines or they'll tell us you can't eat this, you can eat that. You know, it's very black and white. But I'm sure Ayurveda has some grey areas which can be for everyone. Can we start with those grey areas first, which are good do's and don'ts for the general population?
Okay. Let me say first thing that Ayurveda has nothing which is good, bad, ugly.
Okay.
So healthy food, inflammatory food is not a definition in Ayurveda.
Correct.
Every food is good. The question is whether it is healthy for you.
Huh.
So now the point comes, what is your body type and what is the do and don't for each body type.
Okay.
So there is no blanket statement for everybody. Ki, okay, everybody should wear black, everybody should wear red. No. But if I had to give you 4-5 points which every body type can do, the first thing is, do not lose the rhythm of your body. See, we are very solar animals. If sun comes up early and goes down in the evening, it has a rhythm, it has a ritual. So for everyone out here, follow the sun. So that is first thing. First do.
Okay.
So ideally wake up early. Of course, in this fast-paced life, it is very difficult to wake up early because we are sleeping very, very late.
Yeah.
So then with the fast-paced life, you make that difference. But try to be as early as possible and set a routine. body loves routine. So that is first do. Second do is start your day with something which is warming.
Okay.
Chota sa garam pani. Ayurveda says usha pan. Usha is when you wake up very early, around 4:30, 5:30. But if you're not waking up early, still a cup of warm water first thing in the day without brushing your teeth is a second good thing that everybody can do.
Okay.
The third thing that everybody must do, because it is a part of being healthy, is oil application or abhyanga, which is खुद ही तेल लगा लिया to the whole body at least on a weekend. That will pacify your anxiety, keep your skin healthy, and actually make you feel healthy as well.
Wow, I did not know this.
Fourth thing is oral hygiene. So we all brush now, we all have no datu, no dantamanjan, but brushing. I'm sure one day we'll go back to dantamanjan very, very soon. Oil pulling. So you wake up, brush and take a chammach of oil, coconut, sesame, whatever is available.
Okay.
Hold it in your mouth, swish around for 2 to 5 minutes and then spit it out. You have taken care of your oral health. See, all our orifices, this is one thing I tell everybody. This part of our body, the head, has all the panch indriya. You have your mouth, you have your nose, you have your eyes, you have your ears, you have your skin. These are 5 sensorials. So taking care of them early in the morning is important, because then you are set for the day. You're active, you're alert, you're about to go. So once you do oil pulling and all, you have good oral enzymes. So whatever you're eating, you're digesting better. Have bath with normal temperature water and not hot water. We are not meant for hot water. बाल आप ठंडे पानी से दो, बदन भले गर्म पानी से दो. Try to wash your hair with cold या normal temperature water. So these are basic. This is lifestyle I'm talking about. There could be many things. Now, if you want to ask me about do's and don'ts of food, again, सबके लिए blanket statement is have ghee every day. All our cells are, the outermost layer is lipid layer or fat layer. If we deprive ourselves of fat, which is healthy, we are depriving energy to our body. So a healthy fat is a must. Some sort of good vegetable is a must. Very less tea, caffeine is a must, because everybody is rushing to stay alert. I'm sure 3-4 cups of chai or coffee are very, very normal. So reduction on that, and eat your biggest meal, whatever you eat. I don't care. In the afternoon, between 12 to 2 p.m. Don't miss out on that. Food is energy. Food is sustenance. If you're not giving yourself good food at the right time, then you're creating a problem for yourselves.
Why do you say lunch should be the biggest meal and not your dinner?
I think my first statement was, we are solar animals.
The sun,
We
follow
love
the sun.
So our enzymes, our hormones, our digestion, our sleep moves according to sun. Morning may we are not that hungry. In fact, breakfast is not even a ritual in Ayurveda. There's 2 meals. But since everybody is in a hurry and now people are used to a breakfast, a very light breakfast. But sun, when it is at the peak in the afternoon, our enzymes are the best.
Digestive
To
enzymes,
digest,
you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is why whether you are sitting in AC, अंधेरी गुफा में बैठे हो तो भी sun still touches you, and that is the time that you have the biggest meal.
Talking about oil pulling for a little bit, what is the right way to do it? Are you supposed to do it before brushing? Are you supposed to rinse after? What is the right, and what is oil pulling? Like, without getting into how to do it, is it just gargling with the oil? How does it work?
So after brushing your teeth, first thing is आपने गर्म पानी पिया. उसके बाद, why गर्म पानी? It gives stimulus to your colon so that you cleanse your colon. So you pass your stools, urine, come back. Cleansing the first thing in the morning. Whatever you have collected overnight, repair has happened during the sleep. So there is good part, bad part. Bad part has to go out of the body. You start brushing your teeth. After brushing, you do oil pulling. अब oil pulling से फ़ायदा क्या होता है, कैसे करना है? It is swishing the oil in your mouth.
Okay.
It's almost like not gargling, but how you rinse your mouth. You hold your water.
Yeah.
After
Got it.
every meal, we rinse the mouth.
Yeah, cleaning your mouth.
It is almost like rinsing your mouth.
Okay.
So there are multiple studies that oral bacteria, if they are good, you will not have heart problems. So we fix it then and there.
Got it.
with such a simple step.
Which is such a simple step. You will find so many studies on oil pulling with sesame or coconut oil. People do it for 15 minutes also, just
Wow.
to improve oral health. Now, what does it do? It will take care of your gums. So, mouth is the seat of Vata bioenergy. I'll come to bioenergies and explain why it is important. And Vata bioenergy, the moment it is more, you will find cavities, teeth problems, gums which are receding, gum problems. So, to combat that, oil is the best solution. So, oil is for Vata. You do that, you improve your gum, you improve your dental hygiene, you improve your enamel health, because with the amount of chai coffee we drink, your teeth start getting stained. So that also reduces, it heals your gum, it gives you good oral bacteria. Mouth is acidic, oils are also acidic.
So it cuts it.
It improves the oral pH.
Alkalinity of the mouth.
No, we need acidic pH. Acid fight bacteria. So stomach has acid, mouth has acid. Everything which is an orifice is acidic. Skin has acidic pH. When we talk about pH balance products, it is about acidic pH. Acids destroy anything which is coming to you. So these
So
are
we
protection.
need to be in alkaline state, right?
The mouth has to be acidic.
Oh, the stomach has to be in the alkaline state.
Nothing has to be in alkaline state.
That's the difference. No, that's the difference in
Alkaline is our blood is alkaline. The fluids running in our body require alkaline, but the things which are open to the atmosphere are all acidic.
Oh,
So, doctor, you've been practicing Ayurveda for 20 years. You studied it for years before that. What is the shift that you see in, say, 20, 25 years ago regarding Ayurveda and today? How are people responding to it differently?
Okay, thanks to social media and a lot of people see health awareness is very strong in people who are below 40 or maybe below 30. They want to stay healthy. So that is one thing I completely admire in the youngsters. So because they want to stay healthy, they want to eat healthy, they want to understand how to improve their health. In that search, a lot of information, good, bad, ugly, is available. And what you're consuming is what you're becoming.
you have a fever or you have a bad throat, the first line of treatment is that we go to the doctor and we get like medicines. Do you think that shift has happened where people are not just coming to you for a holistic treatment, but they're also coming for an emergency, they're also coming to treat smaller things?
5 to 10% of people come for smaller things also. And this part that Ayurveda does not work immediately is also a myth. Morning, I was just talking to a patient and she took medicine. It was in a powder form and 20 minutes her acidity disappeared. It is that fast. Cold improves in 24 hours, fever reduces. So it is not that it does not work fast, it works very fast if it wants to.
Understood.
I'm thinking, like, from what you said earlier, that Ayurveda is the kind of medicine where I can't say it's a blanket rule for all, right? You said, so it's probably the first form of personalized medication, right? And that's the most beautiful thing. Today we go for that kind of help to dietitians, nutritionists, saying, you know, what about me? Maybe this doesn't suit me. We want a personalized plan. We want personal trainers for that. So this is the best kind of health and medication and overall holistic healing that you can have.
Yeah, it's tailored for you.
It is tailored for each and everyone. There are 7+ billion people on this planet. Still, not everybody reacts and behaves similarly. So you understand, everybody is different. In spite of having same lineage, same parentage, you will see brothers and sisters different, brothers and brothers different. So that is what we tell Prakriti, or your composition, your body constitution when you were conceived is different. And accordingly, you have to make changes to your lifestyle and food and habits, and you will stay healthy. The point, so Ayurveda ka basic vision is to maintain health, and in case you fall ill, then I'll correct your illness.
Okay, coming from what you said that when you were conceived, is the mother who conceives and the father, of course, also, is their health at the time of conception also important?
Of course, there's a whole science in Ayurveda which is preconception and conception. So before conceiving a baby, so there's a word called prajasthapan. Praja is basically babies and sthapan. You want to give the world good progenies, healthy people. So before you think of conceiving, please go to an Ayurveda doctor. Go for 2-3 months. They will correct, they will improve your ovum quality, for the man the sperm quality, and then you go ahead and cohabit and create a baby. Do not if you are not well, correct it, then have a baby, because you are carrying those genetic markers with you. You are giving, that is your seed, right?
Yes.
Your genetic, if you're not healthy, you will not pass on good genes to your child.
Correct.
Do you have people who basically have come to you and only done Ayurveda through their pregnancy?
Yes, so many. Before pregnancy, during pregnancy, and now there are cases where women in mid-30s, they want to freeze their ovum, so they want to improve the ovum quality.
Correct.
So they come for that, and then they go ahead with
Freezing
ovum
it.
freezing.
Oh wow. As a doctor, of course, you know how to differentiate between bodies and people and where do you place them. But if for a normal person, of course, y'all should go to a doctor to understand it properly. But if I want to know where I stand, what are those 5 things or 3 things that will help me understand where I fall?
Okay. Veda stems from Sanskrit, and we have different epistemologies as against the modern medicine. So it's very easy to use some words. So there is a bioenergy. Bioenergy are the energies which govern every activity of the body. There are 3. There is Vata, there is Pitta, and there is Kapha. And Kapha is not जो नाक से बह रहा है या खांसी में निकल रहा है, that Kapha, Kapha. So mota, nobody is a single personality. It is always mix of 2.
Oh.
So you could be a Vata dominant, you could be a Pitta dominant, you could be a Kapha dominant. Vata I'll explain easily and you will understand. So Vata people, literally wind, Vayu. Vata is Vayu, Vayu is air, governed people. So there is a lot of quickness to them. They're quick-witted, quick-moving. They will do everything fast. They will drain energy also very fast. Dryness. They are very dry. You will see the skin dry, hair dry, gut dry. So these are the people prone to constipation.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's quickness, dryness, and creativity. These are the people who are creative. These are the people who, now understanding for the gut part, they have everything variable. At one time they are at this extreme, at the other time they are at this extreme. At times they are hungry every 2-3 hours. They want to eat. And at times they can go hungry for 7-8 hours and not feel like eating at all.
Okay.
They are the people who will tell you, Goa chalte, let's make a plan. They will initiate and they will disappear because they have lost the interest.
Correct.
For them, falling in love is easy. Every day they'll fall in love with somebody and they'll move on.
We're all thinking of people that we know.
I have people popping in my head. Yeah.
So this is it. So this unpredictability is their part, and they are prone to anxiety, overthinking usually, and constipation and erratic things. आपकी skin dull है, dry है, बाल गिर रहे हैं, and their hair, it is thin and dry. Their skin is thin and dry. They are prone to early wrinkles if you want to see the skin.
Okay.
I feel like
Ideally-
she's describing me.
No.
All
No,
of these issues.
No. And ideally they are on the leaner side, or if they put on weight, it is very difficult for them to lose weight. They are very short or very tall. So this is mota, you understand, a Vata type. Second is the Pitta type. These are the people with courage and dominance and leadership and extreme Pitta. Pitta is metabolism. Vayu is cognition and movement. So grasping, moving, everything is fast in Vayu. जितना memory में जाता है उतना speed में निकल जाता है. So their retention is poor. But Pitta is metabolism, conversion. So they will feel very hungry. They are the people जो एक table पे, they are the one who justify a buffet. They'll eat everything and still remain thin. Good metabolism. Nothing. They have anger issues. They have acidity. They are prone to Okay, how do you recognize a person who is a pitta dominant? They will have til. उनके moles होते ही होते हैं. They are prone to acne. They are prone to premature graying of hair. And they are the one, these are the scary people. If they get angry on you and if they don't show it then and there, they will wait and get back to you after years, but they will get back to you.
My God.
But
That's why all the acidity, because all the anger is stored.
leadership जहाँ भी है ना, that is pitta dominant area. Everything converting very fast. They are full of ideas, but if I give them, if some idea creeps in their head, they will ensure that they finish it and then they will start something new. So they are the one who will push you to finish, get it done. Very goal oriented people. They will not move their goal post. And these are the people who can put on weight easily and lose weight easily. Usually on the leaner side. And ये जो है ना, ये वो लोग हैं जिनका गुस्सा है तो कान लाल हो जाते हैं. You will see if they get angry and if they feel a little coy, they will blush. You can see their cheeks blushing. The pinkish tinge to their skin are the pitta dominant type.
Oh.
And nice lustrous face. किसी का face पे अगर चमक है तो वो पित्ता dominant है. And mostly they have nice features, sharper features. Coming to the kapha type, the most stable, calm, teddy bear type people, very very nice, very loyal. Pitta is kapha is the energy for stability and structure.
Okay.
So literally muscle किसको बनानी है वो kapha type होगा, not the obese kind. Obese is when the kapha is damaged. Otherwise stout, stocky, strong muscles. They do not get angry. They are the lazy kinds, but they are the delegators. Give them a job, they will get it done from 10 people, but they will not move.
Oh.
They move slowly. They would sit on couch for hours and let other people do their jobs. Coming to the gut part, their gut is okay. Sluggish metabolism. Metabolic issues इनको ज़्यादा होते हैं. If it is a woman and a kapha dominant, she could have a PCOD or a PCOS. Prone to cysts, prone to cystic acne. These people do not have wrinkles easily. They have good curly, thick mane of hair. And nice people. They are loyal friends. मतलब इनसे दोस्ती होगी तो they will stay your friends forever. Ayurveda wants people to be balanced in all three. Very few people are, but there are people who are well balanced.
Another word that we hear often when we talk about Ayurveda and the different things is Agni.
Ah, yes.
Agni of digestive fire. You talk about, I mean, different types that you have in your body. You have mental fire, emotional fire, all your different bodies. What does Agni actually include when it comes to digestion, stomach, gut health? What is that? What does it have to do?
Ayurveda का basic ही है Agni. So Agni is not even not just digestive fire. It is your cellular metabolism. It is metabolism of your emotions. Everything needs processing, right?
Correct.
We eat food, it gets converted to energy, it repairs. That conversion. Then when it is uptaken by the cell, that conversion. Then whatever thoughts and ideas that you have, that also need conversion, right?
Correct.
You can't just stay with them. So that conversion, everything comes under the purview of Agni.
So that's not just your stomach, you see.
So stomach, but controlling the stomach Agni will control everything else.
Oh.
Whatever calming hormones that we make, 70 to 80% is made in your intestine. Whatever nutritional things, you can call it gut microbiome, you can call it enzymes, everything is Agni. So they also make a lot of things for you. They will make your vitamins, they will make so many good things. So if you see Ayurveda, their prevention also talks about taking care of the gut. Having a dump daily, not having bloating, eating correctly, eating mindfully, chewing your food well. So अभी अग्नि क्यों खराब हो रहा है? Why people are suffering so much? It is once your stomach is gone, na, everything else is gone. You will see your intuitions are a little off, and we say na butterflies in the stomach, intuitiveness, and we feel everything here.
Yeah.
Or the heart. दो ही जगह feel होता है. Brain में कुछ feel नहीं होता. Brain is just a processor. So improving that is important, and आजकल everybody who eats sits with a mobile. You need to be one with your food. You need to enjoy with every sensorial. You need to enjoy your food. There should be aroma, there should be taste, it should look nice, and you should slowly eat it. Your one big meal should take around 15 minutes. Then only you are activating all the agnis from mouth to the stomach. Do we do that? Dabad, dabad, dabad. We are eating on the go. So body does not wear down easily. It really fights. But then one day it says, तुमको ही interest नहीं है तो why should I bother?
Correct.
That becomes
But
a
so
problem.
then this Agni is really important for you, right?
Very important.
How do you activate it for
Oh,
someone?
very simple. So Ayurveda has 2-3 simple things. So if you have very poor Agni, good, bad, ugly, whatever your routine is,
How do you know you have poor Agni?
okay, you're not feeling hungry. For afternoons, you should have the stomach growl. And you should at least in 24 hours clear your stomach. You should not be constipated. Post meal, you should not feel heavy. You should not have any acid regurgitation in your body. You should not have headaches. And one of the best part about Agni being correct is you're feeling happy and cheerful. If you're feeling grumpy twice in a day and by 4 p.m. you have a slump in energy, you have poor Agni.
Okay.
So Agni, एक ही चीज़ कर सकते हैं आप सुबह गर्म पानी पीजिए but though when you have 2 big meals please have adrak juice just 15 minutes before meals. It activates enzymes.
And this is for everyone?
Everybody, if you very acidic then you can take a little bit of sont, so dry ginger powder with some ghee. So these are the things suggested. मतलब this is a daily to do thing.
Okay.
Ginger juice before your meal.
1 teaspoon, 5 to 10 ml. If you want, add some salt just to make it a little yummy. Drink it. 15 minute बाद खाओ. You will digest food very well.
And dry ginger if you're acidic.
If you're acidic.
I kind of feel like, a lot of times nowadays I'm hearing people around me, I feel it myself. Sometimes you feel anxious, sometimes you feel nervous, sometimes you feel bloated. And I feel like sometimes there are internal battles and sometimes we blame the world for it. So either we're doom scrolling too much or, my boss is causing me stress, whatever the reasons may be. My question is that sometimes can it be the food on your plate that is causing the up and down in your mental health?
So let me come to a part. Like you have the body prakriti,
Yeah.
the dosha type. There's also mental prakriti.
Okay.
So that is sattva, raja, tam. 3 mental energies. Sattva is a person who is very calm and has a lot of clarity. Ayurveda says body, mind are connected. We are psychosomatic beings.
Yeah.
Whatever happens to the body will happen to the brain. Whatever happens to the brain happens to the brain.
Correct.
They are interconnected. You can't live, put them in silo कि ये अलग है ये अलग है. So coming to the point, 3 mansik prakritis, and accordingly sometimes you behave also and you have to correct it. So sattva is clear, calm. They will.
Sattvic.
The word sattvic comes, full of tej and anything, any adversity, they will still face it for the longest time. People give up, but they do not give up easily. The Raja is a restless and hyperactive energy. So the Rajasi part, who will love the non-veg.
Yeah.
So these are Rajasi. And Tama is the sluggish and the lethargic person, the dullness which comes in the mental type. And this is all related to food. There is genetics, there is epigenetics. People are discovering it now. Ayurveda discovered long back.
Correct.
Epigenetics is, suppose you're born with a certain type of genotype, and if you give lifestyle and environment to that gene which is healthy, you will not have that any problems. But if your lifestyle and food is not conducive to that gene, it will end up showing the problem it came with. So epigenetics governs whether you will have a disease or not. So if you give them favorable environment to the body, why will it have problems? So yes, your food also feeds your mind. So if you change your food, you will feel less anxious, you will feel more motivated, you will feel more cheerful. So all these things come when you're eating correct.
So your physical doshas are what you are born with and what you'll end up dying with. But your mental prakriti is something you can work on with food, with yoga, with all of that, and you can change it from from tamasic to sattvic, right?
You will not change it,
Huh.
you will control it better. I
Okay.
can't change many things.
Okay.
But that does not mean you will stop doing things which are correct. So a person who is sattvic, if you just make him a little more sluggish, he'll become lethargic.
Correct.
A person who is rajasic, you tell him to tame his overactivity, overthinking, give him hobbies. See, it's all about cultivating hobbies and rituals. So the overthinking and hyperactivity, restlessness reduces.
Got it.
The structure remains the same. What you're doing is reducing the problems.
Got it.
So these three things are basically food, right? Sattvic is of course your vegetarian food, your Rajasic is
Yes,
non-vegetarian.
they are food types.
Food types, right? So which is why they say, so when you eat meat, you eat red meat, or you just, if you're a non-vegetarian, you have anger, right? Because you have that much heat in your body. And Sattvic is basically your home cooked veg food, or even if it be outside, just lighter food.
Lighter food, yeah.
No onion, no garlic, because then that also creates more heat. This I understood recently because I think after someone passes in your house, you for 12 days they don't eat garlic or onions, and I was very curious to know why is that, and that's when I understood that because if you're grieving anyway, there is a lot of rajas in the body, and because you want to tame that down, you eat sattvic food, so you become a little more lighter. Is that true?
It is correct. So when you're grieving, your agnis are down.
Yeah.
You know, you don't feel like eating, but
Yeah.
you still have to have energy for daily sustenance. And that is where very simple food is made for 12 days, especially to the closest
Close
to the
family,
family.
yeah.
So it is dal chawal, which is not even, it does not even have tadka. If you see,
Yeah.
it is very plain food with simple spices, which is to aid your agni, because when you are grieving, if you see anybody who's just had something which is very emotional to their lives, they give up on eating first thing.
I'm the opposite.
Then you will overeat
I will overeat.
without realizing whether you need it or not.
Absolutely.
So these two conditions require taming yourself, being, and sometimes you're not even aware.
Yeah.
You end up eating because that is emotionally making you feel better.
Yeah.
And grieving, low energies, and end of the day people eat only sugary things when you eat.
Just
you will
to
eat a
pick you up.
chocolate or
Yeah. Something.
so that is lack of energy, and sugars are the only things which give you energy. So that is why you end up eating more or less. And the moment you're eating proper food or somebody is helping you with, you come out of it faster. So that is why grieving becomes a community issue.
Understood. But then, do you recommend someone who's a heavy non-vegetarian,
Why are you pointing at me?
a heavy non-vegetarian, when people come to you, do you prefer to tell them to put into a sattvic diet, or you're okay with them?
So I'll tell you, Ayurveda is not vegetarian, non-vegetarian. It is pretty open to every kind of meal.
Correct.
So it really recommends eating chicken.
Oh,
For people who are malnourished, who are recovering from fever, chicken soups are recommended, eggs are recommended. What has to be controlled is how you cook it. Fishes, prawns, shrimps, and if you see, there are a lot of allergy to such stuff.
Correct.
So just correct that. Don't eat meat which is cooked in heavy gravy, badam, pista, falana dal ke you make it so. Just make it like a stew, simple soups. The idea is to get protein and energy from it.
why do you say no for fish?
Fish is heavy to digest. So Ayurveda
Oh,
has this
really?
concept of, concept of Panchamahabhut. Akash, Vayu, Tej, Prithvi, Jal. So if you see Jal and Prithvi, anything which is solid and anything is water, by design it has gravitational pull, it falls down. Fire and Vayu goes up.
Yeah.
Tornado ऊपर जाता है, जमीन के अंदर नहीं जाता है. So the moment anything is from water और रात को भिगो के खाई हुई चीजें become heavy to digest, and that is why. If you have always been eating fish and you are from that area, then it is fine. but you all of a sudden you've started eating fish, then prefer to eat less fish.
Less fish.
Fish is difficult
And
to
also,
digest.
is there a difference between freshwater fish?
Yes, freshwater fish is recommended. Saltwater fish is less recommended. Again, very salty. Again, more difficult
Heavier.
to digest. So, rohu, सबसे अच्छी मछली रोहू मांस. You can have that. सबसे अच्छा मांस is chicken meat.
And what about red meat?
Red meat, again, very difficult to digest. And it causes acidity. So,
so
it's not that you don't eat, but eat once in a while.
Why?
Don't
Correct.
make it a daily diet.
Correct.
That's it.
I want to move into a different organ around the stomach only, and I'm saying this because from the conversation we had, liver, right? Because I think liver, correcting your liver and the toxins in the liver is the most important in Ayurveda, because I remember you telling me that everything that's happening in you, in your body or with and someone else is because their liver is not detoxified. So why is that so important in Ayurveda?
Okay, I don't use the word detox, but I say liver is the processor of the body. हाँ, it will process your food. 500 से ज़्यादा फंक्शन है उसके पास, उतना किसी और ऑर्गन के पास नहीं है. So it will store some hormones, it processes hormones, it will store iron, it will process toxins, environmental, mental, food, everything. So it is always, it has a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
And they also get tired. It is detoxing naturally. What you need to give is protection.
Okay.
And improving the quality of hepatic or liver cells. And that is what is necessary so that your detox procedure is going on relentlessly. It is working 24/7, but har koi, everything requires some sort of respite, right?
Yeah.
We also get tired, we take a weekend off. We need to give him also a weekend off.
How do we do that?
Fasting.
Oh,
Once in a while, once in 10 days. For women, twice in a month fasting.
okay.
Or
And you mean fasting means only water, no water?
no, I mean as per your body type, a little food. It could be milk, it could be fruit, maybe 1 meal or 2 meal, but very light food. I'm not a water fasting person. I'm not a juice fasting person. Cook, जो भी है थोड़ा सा बना के खाओ, quantity कम रखो, so that you feel lighter and rested
On that particular day.
हाँ, and stay at home. Do not run around, do not work out too much, because everything is
Connected.
it has to process.
Yeah.
Drink warm water throughout and you're sorted.
When you say fasting, why have you said no for liquid fasting or any kind of fasting? Do you not prefer, like there are many people doing OMADs, right, where they're only having 1 meal a day?
So if you have a lifestyle problem and you are looking to lose weight, see, doing these things are, so you do for 3 months. 3 months later you go back to square one, at least 2 meals a day or 3 meals a day. So doing ये जो trendy करके, या तो you stick to it forever, but you will start feeling tired because your body requires energy.
Yeah.
You are using your body to get some things done. You need 2 meals. 1 meal a day, you lost weight, then you went back to 2 meal a day. And the adipose tissues, the fat cells are very elastic. You will lose water, you will lose some protein, but fat वैसा ही रहता है. It will blow back and you will go back to square one. So it would be wiser that you reduce your food amount, eat twice in a day,
But reduce it.
reduce it.
Okay.
Find healthier alternatives. Don't choose a lot of processed food. You automatically are in a better shape. Eat 2 meals a day, fast once or twice in a month for women. Men can do intermittent fasting, and 2 meals a day is intermittent fasting basically.
Correct.
If you see, you eat at 6:30, you have one at 11, so you're already fasting. That is more than enough.
And you say no fasting more for women is because of the hormones?
Hormones. Men are on 24-hour cycle. Testosterone is made in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Women are 28-day cycle.
yeah.
So 15 days of 14 days of estrogen, 14 days of progesterone. So estrogen requires, if you see, when you just about you're going to ovulate, you're full of energy. खाना है, ये करना है, ये भी झांसी की रानी बनना है, सब कुछ.
The luteal
And
phases,
last 14
yeah.
days, you feel a little dull. You want peace. You want calm.
But what's the correct way to weight loss according to you then?
Can we do some quick questions that I have in my mind? Like, for people with diabetes, there's a lot of, I mean, I know people are on medication and you can't generalize. But I'm sure there are things that they can do at home to kind of lower their glycemic index or the intake of food that they're doing, or maybe they can soak something. What is the one hack for a diabetic to lower?
Introduce barley in your diet.
Okay.
You can have barley water, you can have it as roti, you can have it as dalia, but introduce barley because prameya ka is barley.
What about someone with high blood pressure?
Reduce salt, cut down salt as much as possible.
What if it's not a household which has very salty food? Like, what if it's one of those households?
So to bring down blood pressure, start doing pranayam.
Okay.
Breathing helps improve the heart muscles. The more they are better, the more your arteries flow better. Breathing also improves nitric oxide in the body. Nitric oxide is something which dilates the blood vessels.
What about migraine?
Migraine, one of the best thought for migraine, if it is due to, mostly migraine is either due to sun or due to acidity. So having a little bit of makhan, white butter with soft first thing in the morning eases acidity. That helps.
Oh, period pain. What's
Adrak.
Adrak.
Like,
There are
bite it?
so many studies. I have juice, make candies, make adrak ka chai. It works as much as any kind of painkiller.
Oh, really?
Sinuses.
Sinuses depends on if you're allergic. If you're allergic, improve your immunity. And one of the easiest ways to improve immunity for people who are prone to sinus is start taking triphala at bedtime.
So that whole myth about sugar and Chyawanprash and all of that, is that true?
I think sugar पता है कब बदनाम हो गई? When it became a part of daily lives. When I was young, when I was a kid, when we used to have milk, nobody put sugar in my milk. It was milk. Chyawanprash is 1 chammach sugar, है ना? कितना ही चला जाएगा. It is not going to harm anything in your body. And our cells work on energy. Energy is only generated by sugar. So if you're low on sugar, kahan se? You will always feel. Why do you end up eating sugar when you are low?
Because it makes you feel good.
Makes you feel good, no? It gives you
Energetic,
energy.
yeah.
The make you feel good comes from energy. We are energy people. We sense energy, we feel energy. Instantly mood uplift hota hai na? That is because there is sugar gone into cells which can function now and find solutions to whatever was bothering you.
And there's one more thing that we take for granted is sleeping, right? Like that's something that I think could solve half of our life issues.
True.
But what do you do if your lifestyle, of course, does not allow you to have that 10 to 4 wala sleep? How do you fix that for yourself then?
See, I'm not a 10 to 4 wala person. Chalo, you come home, you sleep by 11. I'll tell you why sleep by 11, 11:30 and sleep till 6 in the morning. You need to take 7 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
अब जब भी सोने को मिल जाए वो. If you are unable to take 7 hours, then you try and do shavasana for 20 minutes, which will almost replace some part of sleep. Learn it from somebody and do it regularly.
Like a yoga nidra.
It's yoga nidra, shavasana. That replenishes your energy. Sleep is necessary. 4, 5, 6 hours sleep. See, every person's requirement is also different, but 6 to 7 hours is needed for repair.
Doctor, the other very important thing I want to talk about is women's health. A lot of people around us have young girls as children, 10-year-old, 12-year-olds, who are at the onset of their menstrual cycles. Starting from there, we go into women at the age of conception. From there, we go into perimenopause, menopause. We go through so many beats of this whole hormonal cycle. By the time you get used to one cycle, it's time to move on to the next. What is your advice to all women from girlhood to menopausal and beyond?
So there are 2-3 things very important. All hormones, estrogen, progesterone, bind to fat. So please ensure that you're healthy. You're eating healthy fat in your daily diet. Ghee is a must.
Okay.
From childhood to menopause, please take ghee. Second, liver processes hormones.
Yeah.
Keep your liver healthy. मतलब अग्नि अच्छा रखो. For that, ensure you are eating correct spices, you are eating on time, and you are respecting your body clock. If it is demanding food, give it food. If it is not hungry, don't push food in your mouth. Sometimes this is also a problem. You're not hungry, you're eating.
Time हो गया.
5 people are sitting and आपको भूख नहीं है, but they all eating, you will start munching. This is where you start spoiling your Agni. It did not want it. It is like the petrol tank is full and you are adding few more.
Correct.
It will drip out.
Correct.
Or it will be overwhelmed. फट जाएगा. Similarly, don't push yourself to do anything. Third is, if it is possible, oil yourself daily. Abhyanga karo. Abhyanga really sort of improves your lymphatic drainage, reduces anxiety. The more anxiety is controlled, the more you are in control of your urges to do odd things.
So tell me this about this oiling yourself daily. Is it just application of oil before a bath, after a bath?
Before a bath.
Before a bath, you
Keep-
oil yourself? And
keep
how
a-
long should you keep yours?
Keep a bottle of oil, कोई भी तिल, sesame, almond जो पसंद है वो.
Okay.
And it takes around 5 minutes. Like you lather yourself, just lather yourself with that oil. No need to massage. Let it be there for 5 minutes. By the time you
That's it.
move from one to other place, it is oil gets absorbed in 2 to 3 minutes.
Oh wow. Okay.
The rest of thing is just because you feel good when you're going for a massage. The longer you reduce your stress, tension. But right now I'm talking about soaking some
Correct.
oil.
And there is no preference of oil, you're saying. It could be any
Coconut oil.
Ayurveda loves til oil. The word
Yeah.
tail comes from til, and the second word for tail is sneha, which means love or self-care.
My other question, like you spoke about some generic things that women should do. I'm sure those generic things apply to men also, because men age in a very different way from women. Is that the same for men? Like the way that they should look after themselves from boyhood to getting older, or they're two completely different ways?
No, it is standard for prevention is same for everybody.
Okay.
They should take care of their digestive health. They should also oil their bodies. They should also take care of their liver. They should also
No,
do
but what about
exercises.
hormonal health? Like when you know that a woman is looking to conceive, she'll probably take care of different things. When she knows that she's reaching a stage where her estrogen is now dropping, maybe those times will be different for her. How does that taking care change over the years?
Yeah.
For men or for women?
For women first.
So nothing changes.
Acha.
Everything remains the same. You cater to whatever is going down and coming up. Initially, when you are in your menarche, hormones are in turmoil,
Yeah.
so they come to balance. At that time, you give something nourishing like a herb called shatavari. Let the doctor give.
Correct.
Huh? Good food, movement, exercises, you introduce everything to them. When you are conceiving, then you're taking care of the endometrium, the uterine health, and accordingly you introduce tonics which nourish the uterus and the baby both. For men, of course, men are, they also have a puberty, and that is high testosterone. The testosterone damages their skin. I tell men to make friends with til, even women. Til will help all kind of hormones, and til is great for people who have diabetes. As the estrogen goes down, testosterone also goes down.
Correct. That's
And
why
there
the
is
balding
also
and all of that happens,
there is
yeah.
also a thing called andropause, which men suffer from. They also have prostate issues. So
Yeah.
til is something they should eat their entire lives.
Oh.
And what is the best way to consume til?
Just roast and chabao ek chamach.
Acha.
So if
There's no
you-
time of day, sorry for this. There's no like खाने से पहले या
Nahi. So when you're munching or snacking on something which is full of protein and fat, til is good source of protein too, by the way, and good fats. So it could be with your breakfast or an evening munchie,
Okay, got it.
or
If
your
you have
salads or your khichdi. तिल को हम खिचड़ी में डालते हैं.
हाँ.
Oh.
I used to put it in chas. चलेगा.
चबाना पड़ता है.
हाँ. नहीं
छाछ
मतलब
पी
yeah,
जाते हो,
crunch
हाँ,
it up then. Okay. Doctor, what about detox and panchakarma? There's so much information, myths, and so many things that people talk about panchakarma, and it's not always good and positive. So, why don't you tell us about the right information about detoxing with panchakarma?
So there are two words. One is people have started using detox very loosely. There is liver detox, there is brain detox, there is gut detox. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है आयुर्वेद में. We are not organ specific. We are system specific. And system is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So there panchakarma is rebalancing, setting balance to your Vata energy, Pitta energy, Kapha energy. And if there is a problem with blood, then something related to that. So for Vata, the panchakarma given is basti or medicated enemas with oil or kadhas. Okay. It's a regime. Then for Pitta, if it is imbalanced, we give Virechan, which again is a medicated regime where purgation is given under supervision. And for Kapha imbalance, which is due to which can cause cyst and acne and metabolic issues, we give Vaman. And that again under supervision. You just can't in the morning drink water and throw up and that call it Vaman.
Correct.
So it's a whole procedure. We are not into liver, kidney or gut detoxes. ऐसा कोई भी thought process ही आयुर्वेद में नहीं है. We reset systems. And the word used is panchakarma is shodhan. Shodhan is purification and rebalancing, not detoxing.
So when does one reach a stage where they need to rebalance and reset?
So Vata, I think, so for preventive aspect, Ayurveda suggests once in a year, do it.
Oh wow.
You do a basti, you do a virechan, and if you are below 40, then do a Vaman. Otherwise, later I have to do an ECG and get a Vaman done because sometimes it puts a pressure on heart.
Okay.
It is an annual thing to do. It will reset for the year. You don't need to bother there.
Wow.
Is this through medication that you do?
Yes.
Oh.
It is under supervision. You don't need to be admitted, but you need to be very careful before and after. It's a whole procedure. So I'll give you ghee for 5 days, then I'll give you medicine, you will have purgation, then I'll reset your diet for 5-6 days, and then you're good. Go ahead.
Oh. So this is something that I think everyone should try.
Instead of doing a colon cleanse, do it with Ayurveda.
So I think in the entire conversation, if something that you want to take away, I think this is something that people should really know. Like they should do at least one detox in the year so that it can really like reset your system.
You are you sorted for the year. It's like annual maintenance of this
your body. Understood. You know, there's always been this one debate if you go to an allopathy doctor, and the one thing that they say that the medicine is going to cause a little more harm because it has metals in it, right? And anyway, there's this thing of trusting Ayurveda completely because you only like conditioning, you only go to Ayurveda thinking ki it is a holistic thing. Can you talk about the controversy about metals in your medicine? Like, does that really happen? Does it affect you?
There are 2-3 answers to this question, 2-3 points to this question. So, yes, does Ayurveda use metals? Yes. How does it use? It uses the bhasma. So, it does not remain the metal, it becomes such a small particle, nanoparticle, that the body does not absorb it. It works like a catalyst in the body, works and it goes out of the system. It does not get deposited.
Why do you need it but?
So, for medicines to work faster, for certain conditions, so the word is ashukari. There is an acute illness. There is something which requires acute attention, and like modern medicine has chemotherapy, we have our metals, but in the nanoparticleized way. The problem happens when you start taking medicines which are unregulated. So there are medicine making companies who have been making medicines with say mercury or gold, and they have this entire quality check system. When the tablets come out, they comply to the government norms.
Okay.
So you see to it that your medicine is made by a well-known, renowned company. If you're taking from somebody who is not well known, who's just given you some pudiya, it is your responsibility as a patient to take a prescription and know from what is the origin of the medicine.
Okay.
And this is where I feel Ayurveda gets a bad name, because anybody and everybody is making medicine. And it is not compliant with what the government has set norms with. I use so many medications, and you can take them, get them lab tested, and then start taking in the body. It does not get deposited in the body.
Understood.
So that is the answer to this.
We have a last segment left, and that's called the list. The Ayurvedic kada that I was telling you, the sauf, jeera, ajwain, coriander seeds, should it be a part of your daily routine, and does it really help you?
Of course, it helps with bloating. It improves, so jeera improves all the digestive enzymes, protease, amylase, everything. So jeera is good. Sauf is a good carminative. You should use it for 2-3 months, give a break. The moment you start doing it daily, the body gets tolerant to it and you want to increase its dose. So use medicine like medicine and not like a supplement which you have daily.
Understood.
What about Chavanprash? Is it something children, people should take? Like our generation saw ads of kids having Chavanprash and getting vitality. That's forgotten today. Is it something that you still believe is?
I absolutely love Chavanprash.
And how should one consume it for kids and for adults?
So Chavanprash is a rasayan. Rasayans are herbs or medications which are anti-aging.
Oh wow, okay.
So it prevents inflammation, aging, whatever the word is, and improves your immune health. So for children, around 1 teaspoon once in a day, and for adults, 1 tablespoon once in a day.
Any time of the day.
Any time of the day.
What is that one food combination that people think is healthy but it's not?
Chai samosa, I don't know. You will have to
Fruit
give me
and
examples.
milk? Is it fruit and milk?
So, milk is a very misunderstood food currently. So, milk can be taken with khajur, kishmish or black raisins and mango. It is allowed. Some dry fruits, it is allowed. But rest of the fruits, because they do not go down well, the combination becomes very heavy. Milk itself is heavy. Now you add some heavy fruit, it becomes very difficult to digest, and hence Ayurveda does not recommend it.
Okay.
But once in a while if you had it, it is not going to create a lot of problem.
Got it. One spice that is in your kitchen that is going to actually help you but you're not using it properly.
I think people have not used cloves properly. It's a great antioxidant, good for oral health, good for acidity, good anti-inflammatory, and people don't use it. I prefer people, if they want to use those infused water, go for clove infused water. For a tropical country like India, it is very cooling.
So what do? You just infuse it and keep it and drink it through the day.
So you take a cup of water, put 4-5 cloves, cup of hot water.
Okay.
When it becomes a little lukewarm, you drink it. Or you can just take it through the day. Sip, 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 sip.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, because when cloves come in khana, we tend to just remove it and keep it aside. We're not
We
eating
use it as garam masala. It is a thanda masala.
Acha.
So
Okay.
What about someone who has lactose intolerant? Because I want to ask for this one.
Ask.
What can they do? Is there anything? Because
This new
if-
almond milk, oat
yeah,
milk.
yeah. Does it suit?
So, lactose intolerance. The body is unable to process this sugar, which is there in the milk. For them, it is intolerance. Initially, what you can do, try for such people, is take half milk, half water, put some adrak and sauf in it, boil it, and drink 1 or 2 sips. Giving up on food completely, sometimes the body will never go back to square one. Taking these milks, which are seed milks, I'm not very fond of, because a person who already is unable to process this sugar will not be able to process fruit sugars also, dry fruit, and they are very heavy. So if I'm making almond milk, I'm using 50 to 100 almonds and then making chotu sa
Little milk,
amount. That's
yeah.
too heavy to digest.
Yeah. Okay.
Same with other milks.
Just one thing that someone can do to improve their immunity.
Drink warm water in the day. Have at least one meal with being present completely, and try to sleep on time. Regulate these 3 and you are in much better health. Giving one spice, one herb, it's a routine thing. Immunity is not one herb or one spice, it is how you are connected to the nature.
What is one biggest misconception people still have about Ayurveda?
That Ayurveda is very slow. Ayurveda is not slow. Ayurveda is a complete solution for so many lifestyle and metabolic issues, and people should respect it for what it is.
Lovely.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here. We've learned so much today. It's been such a fun episode. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
I
you so
hope-
much.
I hope people have gotten something out of this. I really hope that we really want to know what people thought of this episode. We really want to know what
Let
people
us know in the comments.
Yeah. Like if you have any questions, we'd like to do like a live session with you again with all the questions people have, because I think here in this entire episode, we've only given like try this remedy, try that remedy. So I want people to try it out and tell us if it really helped y'all, or if there's anything that we've not covered. We could do another episode just talking about that one particular topic, you know, because it's so vast.
Ayurveda is huge.
Yeah.
And to compress it in 1 hour is very difficult.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being a part of the healing table. I think it was so good. It was a great evening for us to learn something.
Lovely
I'm going to try the massage, the
Please
oil
do.
massage from tomorrow.
Yes.
I think the more you have lifestyle sorted,
Yeah.
you are sorted for life.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Perfect.
Ayurveda is a way of life. You know, the Ayurveda, science of life. It is how you live, how you think, how you behave, how much is your movement, and everything is personalized.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you.